It doesn't matter what year it is. It seems to me like every single year, Mattel tries to make a two-pack or multiple two-packs that includes one character that's easy to get as a single and one character that you can't get as a single and is really rare and hard to find. And of course, that's the sort of case we have here with Elaine McQueen Deputy Hazzard and Bella Cadabra. This two-pack is pretty much impossible to find. Luckily, though, I did find one a couple months ago, and I was so stunned that I found it. In fact, I think it was actually in November I found it. So, I mean, that was a long time ago, late in the year 2023. Now we're in April when I'm doing this, and I've only just finally found a second one. And the reason I didn't open that original one I got up was because, it's in pristine condition. Just look at it. Everything about it is just absolutely immaculate with the packaging. So I just didn't want to open it because I know how hard Bella Cadavra is to find. So I'm really happy with myself for waiting this long to get a second one, which I actually just got in the mail the other day from Walmart.ca, and look at it. It is destroyed. So we're definitely going to be opening this one, but I just wanted to show you guys this one because it's in better condition. And it, makes for a better presentation of this pack. It does it justice because it's a great pack. But anyways, welcome on back to the Cars Garage, everyone. Of course, today I have this awesome two-pack from 2023 two-packs Case S. And yeah, like I was saying in the intro, it's really hard to find this pack. Now, Lightning McQueen Deputy Hazzard, he's not very hard to find if you want him as a 155 scale diecast, because they did do him in 4 different cases in 2023. So there's a lot of ways you can get Lightning McQueen Deputy Hazzard. I mean, you can even get him as a mini racer, as you can see, and that's pretty darn easy to find too. But yeah, I just find it so funny how they put him in, I think, 4 cases, E, J, L, and M, all like the middle kind of cases of the year, all the way to the end. And then they also put him in this two-pack. But I mean, it makes sense. It's just a little annoying because, they could have easily put the slime one, but instead they did him in 2024. Hopefully I'll be able to get that version of him soon. But yeah, I waited a very long time to get this version of McQueen out of the package because I could have easily just opened this single a while ago, but I figured might as well wait till I get a second two-pack and just open that. Hopefully it'd be on bad cards, so I wouldn't feel bad opening it. And of course it is, but this one's not, so this one will be staying in the package. Anyways, though, yeah, it's a great presentation, this two-pack. I really, really like the artworks for these guys. McQueen and Bella are both kind of like looking off to the left side of the packaging, like most of the cars on the road artworks are. I'm not really sure why. I guess maybe it's because the road kind of like bends that way, but it seems kind of funny. Just like thinking for the future, like with Red Riders, the road goes the other way. So I don't know really why they did that, but it's kind of cool. It looks good. They both look great. Nice smiley expressions. Bella especially, because that's a artwork I feel like you don't really see very often. I mean, like only really on the actual two-pack over because she's not as a single. Whereas this guy, he's as a single. Even though, yeah, he was released a lot as a single, I never actually really found him as a single in a store. So that's another reason I waited so long to open him because not like I had 2 or 3 or 5 like some cars I have. But yeah, Bella is definitely the more desirable one in this pack. But I mean, McQueen, since it's my first time getting him, well, he'll be nice to have, that's for sure. He's a welcome addition, just like Bella is to the collection. But anyways, on the back, as seen in Cars on the Road, now we have some nice other Cars on the Road two-packs back here, like Kirsten Marshall and Mark Sontheimer. Just look at that. They did that kind of trend with a lot of Cars on the Road two-packs. They've been doing it for a long time. But, Mark, he's obviously new for 2023, and Kirsten also new for 2023, but you can just get him as a single, like in plentiful amounts if you want them. So I don't know if I like that trend or not, but it doesn't bother me as much as it used to when I was little because it's like I never wanted duplicates. Nowadays it's like, yeah, I'll just repaint it. It's not a big deal. Then we have Noriyuki and Sarah Cogs, Road Trip Lightning McQueen, and Road Trip Mater, I should say. And then Cave Lightning McQueen and the Pit Stoposaurus. That is a two-pack that I'm so tired of seeing, like in both packaging styles too. Cars on the Road packaging style and Red Riders. I'm just very sick of it. I've seen it way too many times, but the same cannot be said for this two-pack. So without any further ado, I think it is time, guys, to crack it open. But yeah, we're going to be opening this one because, as you can see, it's not in very good condition. So yeah, let's bust it open right now. I was talking so much about the availability and rarity of this two back in the intro to this video that I completely forgot to mention what episode these two appear at in Cars on the Road. They are from the 7th episode of Course B Movie, where Lightning McQueen and Mater stumble across the little town of Russville and pretty much just join the cast and crew of a new movie being filmed there, being directed by Bella Cadavra, of course. And Lightning McQueen knows exactly who she is right away, too. Sally better watch out because he was getting pretty excited when he noticed her. Anyways, though, I think we will begin with Lightning McQueen because Bella is a little bit more desirable. This is just another McQueen variant after all, which is nice. It's definitely a welcome addition because it looks a lot different than the other ones, as it is not red like most McQueens are. It does look like they use the same mouth, though, as the one on the 2023 Road Trip McQueen variant. Looks like the same exact casting and shape for the mouth, but looks like they painted the bottom teeth red instead of white to make it look like his mouth is open, which is actually kind of clever. And honestly, it's a little hard to even notice that they're the same. So I guess props to Mattel on that for being so discreet about reusing a casting for McQueen. It's not the exact same casting because of the hole they would have had to drill to put the light bar in, so I guess it's a little different. But as far as the mouth is concerned, it is technically the same as the 2023 Road Trip McQueen. Now, how does this McQueen stack up to the other ones, being the last one I needed to complete my 2023 Cars on the Road Lightning McQueen collection? I don't know. I think it's definitely going to end up being one of the best ones. I'd say it's probably like my third favorite, but there are definitely some that I like better, like Cave McQueen. I just think because he's a whole unique model and he's got the bamboo spoiler, the rock tires, and the immense detail and the really cool expression, I think he's still going to be my favorite one probably. Out of the bunch, there's about 6 of them, I guess, 7 if you count the 2022 Road Trip McQueen. But Road Rumbler McQueen, I think he's still my second favorite one just because of the detail on him and all of those metal sheeting pieces that he has. It's really cool. Love the mohawk that he has as well. But this guy's cool. He's got his light bar, and he's got a cool color scheme. I think Cryptid Buster McQueen's cool too. I actually think I like Deputy Hazzard better than him though, just because of the fresh color, and then obviously the couple of Road Trip McQueens, they're definitely the worst ones. But yeah, before we get too far into this video, I want to show you guys where Deputy Hazzard McQueen appears at in the B movie episode, of course. Now, McQueen, he was very, very excited to be the celebrity guest star in the movie. Obviously, he played the town deputy, and Bella Kadabra was very excited about him too, being in the movie for all the publicity that her movie would gain from it. By the way, the movie was called The Attack of the Space Zombies from Planet B. But unfortunately for McQueen, his acting career didn't last very long as he couldn't even pronounce the one line of dialogue that he had, which was, of course, "Don't look at me," but he did not say it like that. He said it in the most unnatural way he possibly could, and that's why Lightning McQueen just shouldn't act. He needs to stick to racing, stick to what he's good at, because acting is definitely not one of his fortes. And that's probably also why Bella Cadavra decided to cancel the whole Space Zombies movie because of Lightning McQueen's horrible acting skills. Makes sense now. Anyways, though, his expression, like we talked about, his mouth at least, is the exact same as Road Trip Lightning McQueen's expression, the 2023 one. And the eyes, that's just a plastic eye plate, so that is different, but it's not like part of the main metal body. So I guess it is technically still a new casting because of the hole in the top for the light bar, but it's a very cool light bar. I like how it's got the blue and red bulbs in it instead of Sheriff's, which is just a boring little red bulb. Sorry, Sheriff. I do have a cool Sheriff variant that I made that I want to show you guys and compare in a second. But anyways, yeah, Deputy Hazzard, he has on his badge there on the hood the 6 symbol star. Very cool looking. It looks like Woody's little badge that he has from Toy Story. And then he has his little headlights there in the front. Of course, the two-tone paint job. Cool colors. They mix together pretty nicely. Honestly, I thought there'd be more of a contrast between them. They are kind of similar, but they're cool. Definitely gives them a Western sheriffy kind of feel. I like that a lot. Then on the side, he has his little star again in this cool deputy brown emblem there with the red and yellow trim. And he also has the same type of color scheme on his actual rims, which is cool because his rims are like a dark brown maroonish type color. And then he has 2 colors of trim, which never happens, red and yellow, just like on the outline of this little badge here on the side. So that's pretty darn cool. No Lightyear text though on the tires. which is accurate because they're not light year tires, of course. He's not racing. He's a old cop in an old Western movie, I guess. It makes me wonder when that movie they were making was supposed to take place because McQueen, he looks like an old time sheriff. Like he reminds me of like how the cop car looks in the Sonic the Hedgehog movie that Donut Lord drives. But I don't know. He definitely doesn't look old like his model. He definitely looks early 2000s ish. So I don't know what they're thinking there. But yeah, of course he has his window bars all painted up nicely. They have the tan color just like on his head there, and then his hood and a little bit of his sides and his spoiler. That's all the darker kind of browny beige color. I guess that's beige and that's tan. Yeah, they're so similar though. But they're cool. The colors, makes them look old. And then he has the little gas cap in the back there, of course. His backside, really nothing going on, just his taillights, and then little black dot there. I'm not sure why. I don't think any of the other Road Trip McQueen variants have that, so I don't know, kind of strange. I guess they just wanted to put something because he doesn't have the little 95. I'm not sure. Or maybe that's always supposed to be there. Maybe it has something to do with the gas cap. I don't know. But this side looks to be the same as the other side. The decal quality actually isn't too bad, to be honest. I thought it would be a little worse because Thailand, But they did an alright job, I gotta say. He has a really nice glossy finish to him, and he looks really good. Nothing on the spoiler though, no decal or anything. I feel like he is lacking decals, but I guess, you know, what other decals could he have? Maybe just like to protect and serve, something kind of like, I don't know, some kind of generic cop type of line, but he doesn't have any of that. On the base, though, S10A is the date stamp. That means he was made on the 10th week of 2023, and this variant of him does have the little holes in the base. Of course, why wouldn't it? Every variant of McQueen these days seems to have that. So whenever I get President Mater as a 155 scale diecast, I can tow him. That'll be kind of cool. I could try with the mini racer President Mater right now, but I don't think that'll work out too good. Nope, not at all. Maybe I put him like that, but that looks a little unnatural. Anyways, though, yeah, I do want to show you guys the mini racer of Deputy Hazzard McQueen real quick. Their expressions are different, so that's nice. Funny how I ended up with the mini racer before the 155 scale diecast. That doesn't happen too often. But I really like how they changed the expression on this mini racer because I think the 155 scale came out first technically. I just got this one first because I got it from good old Mr. D quite a while ago, back in the fall, I think it was. But looks like they got pretty much all the details that the big one has. Well, only one color of trim on the rims, only yellow, no red. They got the decal right on the side though. The light bar looks nice and shiny. You can actually see through it, which is cool. That's why I like that it's a plastic piece. Although, yeah, this one you can see through the white. This one, you really can't. That part's like a gray plastic in the middle. So that's different, I guess. And really, all the colors look slightly darker on the Mini Racer for whatever reason. I'm not really sure why. He doesn't have that black dot on the back, though. So I don't know. Looks cool, though, for a Mini Racer. Definitely did the job for me. But now that I had the big one, obviously, I think that he looks much better than the Mini Racer because he's in scale, of course, with all the other diecast. I do want to show you guys this Ranger Sheriff custom I made, though, based on a Sheriff paint job from the old Cars as Fast as Lightning mobile game. Very similar color scheme. I just made this guy, tried to base him off that paint job from the game, but I think I did an alright job. I actually have an old video that I made while painting him. Pretty hard to do that. It's very hard anytime I try to paint cars on camera. Very, very hard to do, but I just thought I'd compare the two because they both look like old-time Western cops, and I think that's pretty darn cool. But Sheriff, I like his contrast better, the lighter kind of beigey cream and then the darker brown on the doors. I kind of wish McQueen was like that, had a bit more contrast, but I don't know, he looks good, and I really like his decals, the few decals that he has in his rims. I think that's really cool. Definitely a nice touch. So, yeah, I have nothing bad to say about this variant of Lightning McQueen. I believe it is now time to take a look at Miss Bella Cadabra, though, the famous, legendary, as Lightning McQueen calls her, horror movie director from the classic B movie episode of Cars on the Road. Really was an underrated episode. And Bella was a great character. I think she has a lot of personality. She gets mad very fast, but in like kind of a comedic way. And the funny thing is, got a little fun fact for you. Her voice actress, Megan Cavanaugh, you might recognize that name because she also voiced May Biller de Rev in the Showtime Circus episode. So kind of funny how they reused that actress's voice for Cars on the Road a couple times. Maybe they even did it for another character. I'm not really sure. But they did the same thing with the voice actress that did Margaret Motorway and Chiefess. So it makes sense, obviously, for Disney and Pixar to do that, especially when like you really can't even tell. Bella and May, like they don't even sound remotely similar, at least in my opinion. Maybe I'll have to go check on that. Anyways, though, here is some pictures of where Bella appears at in Cars on the Road. McQueen recognizes her right away, and she recognizes McQueen right away because they're both pretty famous, I guess, in the Cars world. But yeah, most of the times we see her, she's just next to her assistant, that silver BMW car, and they're both just talking about the movie, how it's going to go down, and they're trying to work behind the scenes, trying to film it. But she does have quite the temper at times. She gets pretty mad when McQueen keeps screwing up his lines. And she really takes a liking to Mater because he is such a great actor. Not sure why she decided to fire him in the end, too, and just kind of make Ivy the main star. I'm not really sure why. But for a while, she did get some chuckles out of Mater and his silly tow truck nonsense, though. But yeah, Bella Cadabra does look very, very nice. She is a real life car model, too. I'm sure you already know that, though. She's a Fiat 500, and you can definitely tell that she's the same car as Luigi, just a whole heck of a lot newer. Because I find that in the front fascia area, and I guess in the back too, and really just the whole shape of the car, I think that they're both very similar. Of course, she's just a more modern version of Luigi, pretty much. And I really do like this type of car. I see them all around. I don't think I'd fit in them, to be honest. I definitely wouldn't be able to drive one because my legs are way too long, and they're made for Italians who are, known to be very short, so that's why they are so small. But yeah, they are cool. I see them cruising around the road all the time, and I'm really happy that we have a new one as a diecast from Cars on the Road. It's not the first one we've gotten though, because they did do Courtney Carspur before, and then they also did Alberto. So kind of funny. This is the only other one that's actually a male. Most of them in this newer style are females, which is kind of funny because they also did Franca and Francesca. I just don't have them. But yeah, I don't actually mind Abella's expression. I thought I wouldn't like it, but it's really not that bad at all. She does not have a plastic eye plate. It's all metal, so I guess that's kind of a good thing. A lot of people will appreciate that. But I'm just glad that the eyes don't look blurry or grainy at all. Now, mine unfortunately has a little black blemish there. I don't know why or how that happened, but I guess it makes sense if you remember how bad the packaging looked. It was in horrible condition. But yeah, a lot of metal on this car because she doesn't have plastic eyes and she doesn't have plastic mirrors either. Those are metal. So that's a nice touch. Obviously, the windows are plastic, as is the antenna and the little headset here. But yeah, kind of funny. The headset does not have like a part that she can speak into. Don't think we've ever seen that before, to be honest. Usually they're all very similar looking, like all the pit crew members have them. Sterling, McQueen, they've worn them in the past. But, we never see one without the actual part to speak into. So kind of cool, actually, because if she had that, then you wouldn't really be able to see just her, raw car look. And I'm kind of glad that you can see more of her. In fact, I kind of wish this wasn't even here just so that you could see just how Fiat 500 looks without anything on it. Because every time we've seen one in this particular like style, the newer style, they've always had something attached to them, like a flag, a World Grand Prix sign, or a headset in this case. So it would be nice to get one day. Actually, I guess Frank and Francesca, they don't have anything attached to them, so I guess I can just get them if I want to compare side by side Luigi to a newer looking Fiat 500. Anyways, though, the front fascia is very, very classic looking, very Italiano classico. My Italian for the day. I know I'm not very good at it. But yeah, very cool circular headlights. Definitely gives the car an old school look. And she also has the little turn signal lights underneath, and then some little silver trim pieces underneath those as well. And I like how the Fiat logo has the little silver stripes of trim on each side. Very nice and classy, and very similar to Luigi. So that's pretty cool that all these years later, Fiat is still making the front fascia, all the important detail kind of parts of the car actually seem old and resemble the classic looking Fiat 500. I think that's really cool because a lot of companies try to make their cars look as modern as possible, but not Fiat, obviously, because they rely on their past really to move on to the present. You know what I mean? Because obviously, I think they're known for being like old time cars. I don't know how they really do these days, but I don't see them that often. But I do see this particular car around a lot. But other than that, it's like they don't make SUVs, trucks, stuff like that. So I feel like they're probably not one of the top competitors in North America, at least. Anyways, though, very cool little rims that she has. Pretty small tires, about the same size as Luigi's, I guess. Slightly bigger, but they are quite a bit different than like other Fiat 500s we've seen, like Courtney Carspur. This is a Chinese one though, so I expected it to be different than Alberto. He's got different rims too. Although I think they're supposed to be kind of like Alberto's, because yeah, you can see the axle. You couldn't on Courtney's, but neither of them have holes for whatever reason. But Bella's, I don't really like how they just painted gray paint on them. I think it would have looked better in silver, but if it's accurate, I don't care. I just feel like it's not accurate. But looking off to the artwork, off to the side, that's too far away. I can't even see. So you gotta pass on that Mattel, I guess. I'm sure it's accurate. Yeah, it looks accurate actually. Never mind. Sometimes they do that with the paint instead of just making it like silver right out of the factory line, you know. And I don't know if it really looks that great because it just looks kind of fake. Doesn't look like real silver, but I guess it's okay. They did paint little like black triangles in there, so I guess that's kind of cool to look like you can just see right through it, like there's holes, even though there's not. Now the license plate, I really can't make it out all too good. The text on top, I definitely can't make out, but it's a cool color, the blue with the yellow text. I think the initials, or like the digits, I think it's supposed to be initials and then someone's birth month and birthday, I'd assume. Looks like it says C06-08W, so I don't really know who that kind of resembles, like whose birthday that is. I'm not really sure. It's definitely not her voice actress, Megan Kavanaugh, because, well, that's not the same initials, so I don't know. Kind of confused by that, but cool taillights. They detailed them very nicely, and she's got some more silver trim back here. Another Fiat logo. Very nice detail around the back window, too, with the little, like, reflector red light up there, and then little part for the, I guess, the windshield wiper back there. That's something we don't normally see. Little black line down here, nice little bit of trim, kind of like a bumper. Luigi's actually got something similar. His is silver, though. And then little exhaust there, which actually looks to be part of the main metal body. That's different. Yeah, look at that. It's just black paint on it. It's not a part of the base. The base is brown for some reason. Looks good though. S11A, so the 11th week of 2023. And yeah, I guess that means she was made a week after McQueen because he was S10A. So that's kind of funny there. But yeah, I really do like the little antenna. That's cool that she's got that. Just a separate plastic piece. Kind of like Cryptid Buster McQueen's. Just a lot smaller, of course. Not as long. Because she's not going Bigfoot hunting, so it makes sense. And this black square up here on the top is supposed to be like a tarp that would unfold to make a sunroof. Kind of like Luigi has. But his is supposed to be like a toupee, like hair. But Bella's, I think, is just supposed to be a tarp, I guess, that would unfold and reveal a nice little sunroof up there. But yeah, that's pretty much it. There's no decals or anything. It would be cool if she had a decal that said her company logo, Breaklight Pictures, but she doesn't have anything like that, and that's understandable, I guess, because, she wants to look professional, I guess. She had a bunch of decals, she might not look as professional. But anyways, here are the other Fiat 500s, Courtney Carspur. Pretty much the same, just a different color. Lacks the little details like the trim around the windows, and the taillights and headlights definitely aren't as detailed. Look at that, she doesn't even have the Fiat logo back there. So that's a downgrade on Courtney, but an upgrade for Bella. And then, yeah, got a foreign license plate too, because she's actually from Italy. I'd assume Bella is Italian, but she just lives in the States probably. Not sure where she lives, because we can't tell what state because of the license plate, of course, but maybe California. Not really sure. She probably lives in Hollywood because she's a movie director. Here's Alberto, who actually looks, I guess he's not the same. He has like a whole different shape. But online it said he's a Fiat 500. Same kind of front fascia and everything, so that's kind of weird. Obviously he's got the flag right there. Different rims. But yeah, the shape is pretty much the same. Seems like he's just a bit wider. Different taillights, bigger Fiat logo. Less detail around the windows and trim and stuff. And plastic mirrors. Courtney had plastic mirrors too. Or rubber mirrors, I guess. And I also have this one who's a Fiat, but he's not a Fiat 500. Said on mine is a Fiat Alberath or something, some kind of car I've never heard of before. But this is made in Vietnam. This is that ugly variant of him I got in the 5 pack that they did in 2020, I think. So his eyes are a little wonky looking, but same kind of gist. Not as much detail. Ugly plastic mouth plate, but similar shape. This car model kind of reminds me of the, what are they called? I don't know, the Miguel Camino's crew chief has that model. I can't remember what it's called. Alfa Romeo Duetto, I think, or something like that. Can't remember now. Anyways, so yeah, Bella's a very, very nice looking car. I really like all the detail on her. Cool headset, and just a great character to have in the old collection. And I really like how she looks with Lightning McQueen Deputy Hazzard. Really nice to finally have some more cars from the B movie episode. Now I don't just have Doug Crankle, who's a really bad release in my opinion, because they majorly screwed him up. But hopefully we can get, well, I already have President Mater, so I'll be reviewing him very soon. And hopefully I can get the other ones soon as well, like Lightning McQueen Deputy Hazzard with the slime, and get him soon, hopefully. And then Tony Motorfeld as well, the other sheriff, kind of like Roscoe repaint, so that'll be cool. Anyways, though, thank you guys so much for watching. Hope you did enjoy, and with that, I will see you guys next time right here on the Cars Garage.